Hello, 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 and hi to everyone who's already here waiting. Whoa, okay. And we've already got comments in the chat from Cool Tunes. Cool Tunes is back. Hey, oh, Kieran is here. Hey, the usual suspects are all here. Um, and in answer to your question about Birdking and Raiders being in the same world, well, they're not. It may seem like it, but as far as Daniel and I have discussed it, they're not in the same world. They just happen to look very similar due to my art. And a lot of people noticed that Birking's red jewel that sits on his chest looks a lot like the red jewel at the beginning of Raiders, which is what made a lot of people make a connection. But we've discussed it. There is no real connection. Anyway, we're here today, and we're going to color one of the pages that we've inked together. One of the pages that I've inked recently, and I've scanned and I brought here, so you can have a look here. What you're looking at? Oh, hey Nick, Nick is back too. It's my pleasure. If you guys hadn't mentioned it, I would have never thought of showing you how to do the coloring. I never thought it would be that exciting, but it sounds like all of you are kind of interested in how I go about it. So fine, let's do it. Okay, so you are looking at Clip Studio. That's usually where I do a lot of my coloring for these pages. Um, Thanks, Kieran. So if you can see here, this page, it has color already, but it has some random colors. So that's what a flattener does. The flattener takes a page that I've scanned and fills in all the colors, so it's a lot easier for me to just kind of change the colors as I go. And you can see here on the layers on the left side, it says flats, and that's where all the colors are, and that's what flats are basically. So it's all the colors already filled in for me to change, which makes it a lot easier. Although it's not an exact science, and the flattener will just kind of go over certain details that I need to look into. Anyway, one of the first steps that I go through is looking for reference of other pages, so I don't kind of mismatch colors in between pages and in between characters. Okay, we got a message. Well, yeah, we got a comment by Cool Tunes. Also notice that both feature a critique of monarchy and the both books the leaders are corrupt. Yes, so I think that comes mostly from Daniels and I kind of hate for kind of organized monarchy and stuff like that. Well, not real hate, but disapproval of kind of political systems that kind of oppress the classes below them, and you can see a lot of that in Raiders, and I guess in there's a cynical side to it in Birkin where it doesn't matter who's in charge; they're all corrupted anyway. Okay, let's have a look at the reference that we got here. So I opened the page from Volume 2. I'm sorry if you haven't read Volume 2. This will be a tiny bit of a spoiler. Try not to read too much into it, although it would be very difficult not to. So I selected a page that had both the Wraith and Birkin together, so I can come in and pick colors here. So usually what I do is I get one of these color selectors here. Let's say we pick the color of Birkin here. There we go. Then I can just go back to the page that I'm working on and I just fill it in. Like one of the reasons I use Clip Studio for coloring is because the bucket options that we have here are very it's got a wide range of options, and I feel like it's very sensitive to a lot of things, so it kind of really works. Okay, so I go click, 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 click. Here we go. So Birkin has this kind of lighter flame inside, You see for that, the flatten I didn't do anything because I usually do that by hand. So I'm going to select a kind of textury brush from here and see how that works. Okay, I need a bigger brush here. Okay. Add some bits here. You can see how the brush has a really nice kind of textury edge. So I'm kind of using that. Oh, okay. There we go. So now we go for the color of the armor, which is this kind of teal green here. Go for bucket. Boom. The whole thing is done. And that saves me a lot of time. And that gives me enough time to kind of focus on inking and character design, etc. So we're going to do the cape. I've just selected it from here, and I go whoop, whoop. There you go. Now we're gonna look at these guys here, these little studs. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's looking a lot more Birdking-ish. Now I need the background here, and the way I go about choosing and picking the right background for each scene is kind of based on the mood. So look at this page I did before. I use a lot of red when it comes to like battle and kind of uh, critical moments of a story, violence, etc. So I'm gonna try and use this red here, see if that works. So clearly Birkin is alert and he is ready to go. So that should be all in red here. That looks quite nice. Oh, another thing here is that I need to look at how all of these colors are going to look printed. So for those of you who are not very familiar, I'm sorry, I'm going to explain something very simple, which is that when you do stuff for the screen, you use RGB, but when you use stuff for printing, you use CMYK, and it has all of these different profiles. The one I use for my comics is US Web Uncoated V2, and you'll see how that bright red has gone down quite a lot, and that gives me a kind of close idea of what it's going to look like on paper. So it's good to have that on, otherwise I'll be disappointed when when the book comes out and nothing is the way I intended it to look. Okay, so let's do the frame with the Wraith's face here. So he's got his little coat, and that's all kind of dark. Let's do that. Whoa, you see, so here, let's go and refer to other layers here, and that might help. Okay, there we go, that's a little better. Now we're going to do the face. Do we see the face here? Yes. So we have this kind of golden yellow here. How about the teeth? Oh, the different color. It's like a brighter yellow. Okay, and we'll try and fill in the rest just like that. So you can see how accurate the bucket tool is here, and that's kind of the main reason why I do it all on Clip Studio when it comes to color. Okay. One of these guys here. Select the brush, maybe a bit smaller. Okay. I'm doing this by hand, so you can see how I'm just slowly filling it in here. Check again for reference. here. Guess the strange thing here, having the live stream connected to my screen, is that you can't really see my hand moving, and you can't really see where I'm going with it. But at least you see the results of it in high res. Okay. Oh, Rob's here. Hey, Rob, you all right? Okay. Okay, so we need a bit of this yellow here. It's kind of this kind of shinier border. Shiny border here. It's kind of slowly taking shape. I'm gonna try and use that color, but do it a bit darker and apply it somewhere here. Let's see how that looks. And I'm gonna use that dark color here for the little kind of, should be like kind of bits off the mask, probably here, a bit here maybe. And he's got this long scratch across the mask. Let me see if I've got reference for that. Probably not, so I'm just gonna use the same dark color and see how that looks. Oh, we're all good, we're all good. Rob, Kieran, Cool Tunes, everyone's here. Nick. Okay. Okay, that kind of works. Now let's fill in the bits that kind of look a bit off here. Also, you see how you can see some of the purple color coming through this bit. I don't like that. So usually what I'll do is I'll put another layer underneath the colors and fill a lot of that with white, but I'll do it manually so it doesn't take the whole screen. Whoa, what was that? It's a multiply. Okay, okay. Let me see. I've got the art on one of these layers. This layer. Sometimes the file just changes the names, but okay. That's the art. Yep. Okay, put it below the thing here. Let's see. And we're gonna make this normal so it doesn't come through. And I can actually do the white bit now, hopefully. Okay, something is not working, so just bear with me, okay? Oh, I see, okay. Well, gonna have to do it on this layer then. Oh, that's annoying, okay. Gonna have to do it by hand, very slowly here, look, check it out. But I don't like these kind of gaps to be in colors, since I'm trying to kind of give the sense that the ink hasn't filled in a lot of the paper. So you can see that's all I'm doing here. You can see that white coming through. Okay, let's do a lot more of that mask. You can see all these gaps I didn't fill in properly with the with bucket, so I'll go over a lot of those. Okay, now let's do the background for this panel. Let me see, what did I use here? Ooh, yellow would be nice. Let's see. Nice. There's something about red and yellow together, they kind of clash and yet they go well together. So yeah, I like how this panel is looking so far. All right, so now we go to this top panel. We know this here is all water. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the sky here, if I'm going to do sky blue or I'm going to just fill it in with a random color. So for now, let's just kind of fill in the characters with the colors that we have and that we know. Oh, no, not that, another guy. All right. So flame, cape. Well, that didn't work, did it? Cape here. Armor. Yeah. Oh, you can see here how these just kind of went above it. All right. Nice. Let's go back to it. So cool to those panels really pop and conscious railway. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with how they look so far. We may change them later, but I'm kind of I like them. I'll show you actually while we're here. We're gonna do a little bit of a shine for the golden mask. So let's select the color, but then we make it a little bit brighter, and then we kind of go across it with this light here. Then we just kind of fill it in, and that will make it look kind of shiny, shiny. Let's see, yeah, nice. I can change the shape by coloring over with this color. Nice. Okay, and we can add tiny bits of even brighter white here on this side and on the teeth. There you go. It looks shiny. Now it looks, you know, golden. Okay, back to the top panel. We are coloring Birdking's armor, which has a lot of little gaps and tiny bits that we need to fill in here. That's about it. Let's go for the yellow. So I think we go and pick this yellow here. Okay. Go 2, 3. Here. His crown, of course, and his little studs. I'll do those by hand instead of using the bucket. I'll fill in the gaps in between. Okay, now the little heart in the middle of his chest plate is orange. I'm going to do that now. I'm doing that by hand too. I should use a smaller brush, I think. And the red jewel. And we can add a little bit of a shine using white. There you go. Oh, little patches here. Okay, so now I need the color for the chain and the sword here. I don't think I have them here, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't read volume 2, but he doesn't have that sword in volume 2, so I have a page from volume 4 here. And I may be able to get, yep, I'll get those colors from here. So sort, the blade is this color. Oh, this color is kind of dark gray, and the guard is kind of darker gray. Okay. How about the chain? Chain is this kind of greenish metal thing. Okay. I love this color actually. I use it for a lot of weapons and kind of metal looking things. Okay. Nope, I didn't catch it. Let me get it again. All right, got it. All right, this is not a serious question, but do I think Birkin will panic or be chill if his head fire burn his cape? I'll be honest with you. I think he will just stand there looking at it and just wait for it to kind of burn the whole thing. Uh, he is a non very reactionary kind of character. He just kind of stands there looking at things. So I think he will just stand there waiting for it to kind of burn completely. Okay, we've got the chain here. That kind of works. And we need to do his little gloves. And I've got colors here. Okay. Okay. Got gloves there. And we need to add texture to the chain with a brighter color. So I'm going to do it now. Perhaps we can give a bit of depth with a darker shade of the same color. There you go. That's how he's looking so far. We need a bit of okay. We need a bit of armor here, and then we'll do a bit of bandages. Okay. I can see his bandages somewhere here. Yeah. Okay. We'll use a different color of bandage here. Mystery solve indeed. Okay. Some leather. See a bit of the leather here. I feel like there's a lot of chain here, so I'm gonna color that in metal. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay. Right, so it's looking okay. I need a lighter flame from here. We'll use a small brush, draw it out, then fill it in. Nice. All right. Yeah, that's working all right. I think that will do for now, and then eventually we'll look into fixing bits and bobs here and there. For example, we got the arrows, which I always forget to draw. So you can see they're not here, which is one of. But I know they are kind of dark reddish. All right, and then just white. Let's fix this while we're here. Gaps. Another thing with the flattening of the colors, it really helps to know that you have filled in everything. As you know, if you don't fill in every gap, you'll see the other color coming through. Like here, you can see this little kind of pink coming through. Okay, now let's jump onto the wraith, and we'll do this here. Okay, sure, I'll take that for now. You see, the wraith doesn't have the halo here. I might have to open another file, so bear with me while I do that. I'll find an earlier file of the wraith with the halo. It's not there. Aha, I think this might do. So bear with me while this file opens up. It takes a while sometimes, so also my iPad, I think is getting to that point where I need to change it due to the fact that I'm working with 600 dpi files, so it's a lot to take. And as you can see, I'm opening usually like 4 to 5 files at once. All right, okay. So we got a halo here, so we can use that. And we need the gold for the pauldron here. I'm going to move this to the end so I know that's the page I'm working on. Oh dear. Okay. Bigger brush. The tassels, the different shade of gold. And the little skull on there is also a lot darker. Here we go. Same goes for the face. Okay. We'll do this a bit darker. Possibly a different color. Doesn't have to be darker. Okay, will we have the live version of Birdking, like some painting in a closet? The alive version of Birdking. You're going to have to explain yourself. I don't think I quite got that. How do you mean there? Okay, let me look at the hands. Who's got this little greeny kind of metal color that I like to use. Okay. Same for the boots. Right. And I reckon this should be black in here. Can't believe I forgot to ink that. We will ever see Birdking with hair and eyeballs. All right, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. I guess what you're talking about is what he looked like before he became a wraith. Human form. Yeah, I get it now. Sorry. I'll be honest with you. There is a sketch of it, but we're never going to show it, and it's not part of the story. I think it's a lot cooler if you never see what he looked like before, but I have sketches of what Birdking looked like before he became a wraith, And this is from when I was making Birdking by myself without Daniel back in the early days of Patreon. Um, but yeah, that got kind of cancelled, and it's not happening. So yeah, so you'll have to kind of imagine what he looked like before. Okay, so we got that. A lot of this water here is okay. I'm gonna close one of the files so I don't crash my iPad. Okay, save. And I'm going to open a file that has all these kind of watery bits. So let's have a look. So I go to volume 4 here, and I've got one of these pages somewhere. Okay, my bad. I haven't colored any of this, so I have to go to. I'll go to volume 2. Volume 2. So I was in the right folder. In volume 2. There we go. I have a page full of this type of water, so I'm going to use that. Bear with me while the file opens up. You got out the sketches at the end of the last volume. We'll see. We'll see how we feel about it. I know there have been discussions with Dark Horse about getting a omnibus once all 4 volumes are out, and possibly a deluxe edition. So we may put some of that in there, maybe hidden away a little bit, but that'll be cool. All right, so we've got some of the water here. Let's see. Got dark bits here, and we'll use some of those. Come on. Okay, let me try that again. That'll be really cool. Show me what he looks like. I'd love to see that. So if you can tag me or send it to me, I'd love to see what your idea of human form of Birkin looks like to you. That is really interesting. Okay, got a bit of this watery side here. Bet. All right. Okay, time to get the grass. We've got some bits of grass here. Let's see which one looks best. Okay, this guy. We'll do a bit lighter grass for of bits here. And lastly, this little tall grass that we've got there, we're going to do it one of these colors. Brett, I've got a picture of a cat that looks a lot like my cat. I've got who is Brett? I swear there's a picture of my cat. No way. All right, I'm not gonna read into it right now because I'm in the middle of this, but Brett has a profile picture with my cat in it. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Brett, I'm afraid to say I've checked your profile and I know exactly who you are. So anyway, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on Saturday for sure. Okay. So now I need to work out whether I use the kind of sky color here, uh, or use a kind of in situ type of color for the background. So let's have a look at what works. So that's with the sky. It's not very impactful. It's not very good. Okay, let me try something else. We already used yellow and red here, so I don't really know what could work here. Yeah. All right, let's try white. I mean, yes, it works. It's a bit too simple though. Um, let's see. No, it's a lot. Oh, I know. I'm gonna use a really washed out yellow here. Aha! There you go. It goes with the black letters, and it doesn't take away from the characters. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's move on to uh, these last two frames at the bottom, and then we'll address the hammer on the top panel once I've worked on the panel here with this hammer here. But I need reference for the hammer, and I don't really know if I have it here. So let me see. Hey, no worries, you're not late. We're still kind of working through the page. We've got two panels to go. It's going to take a while. Okay, Ben doesn't like cats. All right, okay. Let me have a look at my files and see if I've got reference for the hammer, the Wraith hammer. So I remember I did a whole spread of the Wraith weapons, and that was for volume 1. So I'm gonna look at files from volume 1. Here we go, Birdking volume 1. Okay, and I just need to find the right page. Okay. Where is that page? Where's the page? I think it's one of the early pages. Right here. I think I'm getting close to it. Not so early. It has to be one of these pages. Just bear with me. The thumbnails are too small and I can't see anything. Page 25, 2020. It's very strange. It's not here. Okay, I should have had this prepared before I came here. And I apologize for that. Let me see. Okay, we got maybe in the French files I have for Birdking. We'll find it there. I've got a feeling it's going to be there, possibly. Okay, I think I'm wrong. I don't think it's here. Nope. So I'm back to this folder where I believe the page should be. Oh, here we go. Found it. All right. All the Wraith weapons in one page. Okay, we're just waiting for them to open up. And then we'll have the reference that we need for that hammer. If it ever opens up, of course. Oh, okay, it's happening. It's happening. All right. Fantastic. All right, so let's see. Got the art, got the frames, got the effects. Right, we got the hammer here, and we're going to use this as ref to color that panel. And let's try and close one of these other pages. Possibly this page for now. Okay, so gold here. Oh, okay, that's a lot. Okay, getting there slowly, no rush. And okay, so we've got bits of this darker kind of golden bit here. We'll do this by hand right there. Maybe a bigger brush. Fill in these cups. Okay, we'll fill in. Okay, now we'll do the shiny bits, lighter yellow. Okay, we're getting there. Let's use the end of the hammer here. This hammer's looking a bit different. It's a lot squarer back in volume 1. Okay, I need to address that. Alright, never mind. So let's do this now. Okay. We've got these kind of contrasty, shiny colors here. I'm going to use those for the little dents on the edge of the hammer. Okay, the scratches too. Here we go. And the same color goes for the handle. Let me check. Yes, same color all the way. So, okay, cool tunes. Where do you find your inspiration for your weapons? I always end up doing basic weapons. It's a combination of saving weapons that I like on Pinterest and just kind of looking at books of like medieval weapons and stuff like that, and you kind of combine them together. And if you keep a sketchbook, that it becomes a lot easier to just kind of keep track of what kind of weapons you're into. All right, these dark purple crystals, we're going to draw them now. Well, not draw them, but color them. So they're all dark purple. Then we'll do the highlights after. Okay. Okay. So we have two different kind of shades of this purple. So let's use this one first. Okay, smaller brush right here. And lastly, we do the very shiny bit in this purple. And we're getting there. That's how the hammer is looking so far. Okay. And we're going to complete the rest of this with this darker golden bit here. And all of this in. Okay. Doing a bit of texture. Fixing tiny bit here. Okay. Getting there. A bit of this in a darker shade. We'll fill this color here. Right, so that's kind of how the weapon is looking so far. I know I've got to add some kind of shiny bits here from the reference. Yeah, some of these guys here. Okay. And we'll add a darker shade of this color right beneath the actual part of the maze here, just to give it a bit of depth. Bit of depth here. There we go. And same here, maybe even darker. Okay. It just kind of makes it look less 2D and it kind of helps it pop out a little bit. Some shiny bits here and a shiny bit there. Right, let's do the gloves and a bit of his kind of coat here. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll redo those. Okay, we got a rave somewhere here. Have I got the bandages? Yes, I do. Okay, great. Okay, I have to do that by hand. There we go. Time to do the gloves. So mostly a lot of this green on top, and then we'll mix all the other colors. So I'll do that by hand. Bigger brush. Okay, and then we'll do the same here. Right, okay, so now I need to look at the different shades of his gauntlets and try and fix that in. Okay, so he's got shiny bits here. Okay. So here we'll just add random bits of kind of shiny bits that makes it seem like it's kind of glistening a little bit. All right, and it's loading that. Okay, and we're gonna take that color and select. Oop, someone arrived. Just give me 1 second. Well, it's a live stream, so it seems like I'm getting a delivery. So I was not expecting it to come today, so apologies. I'll have to get up in a bit to open the door. You're welcome to leave if you feel disrespected by it. It'll take a second to open the door and just get the delivery. Carry on doing this here. Okay, so that's looking okay. Okay, so now we need to select a background that kind of goes with the whole page, but also goes with it. All right, I'm getting my delivery. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Delivery received. It's all good. Okay. I think this purple is kind of working. Let me see if I can try something brighter. No, that did not work. Let's see something bluer. No. Some kind of pink. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I think that kind of works. But now I feel like this red is not working here. Nah. Okay, let's leave it there for now. And let's kind of finish the last panel here. Okay, Kieran, will there be any more Birkin figures or merch in the future? Yeah. So as far as I'm aware, we're still waiting on the version of Birkin Dark Wraith, which is the second toy of Birkin that came out. Then they created the Birkin on Throne, which is a gigantic toy version of Birkin, which I don't think will come out for the next year or so, but it went on pre-sale and people already bought kind of, uh, the toy in advance. And as far as I know, they want to do another toy of it, but I'll rather they kind of deliver the toys that they already promised, like the Dark Wraith and Birkin on the Throne. And as far as merch is concerned, we got what have we got? We got a few bits in my shop in on Chrome.ink. I had some kind of high premium T-shirts of Birkin that came out a few years ago. I'll see if I can bring those back, depending on demand. They're expensive to make, but I think they look great, and they had the embroidered kind of Wraith symbol at the front. So I may bring some of those this year, depending on cash flow and on costs these days, because a lot of stuff has gone up in kind of costs, and it makes it harder to make things. But we'll see. We'll look into it. But yeah, definitely, I'd love to kind of make more stuff. If you have something in mind, let me know, and I'll look into it. Okay, so now we're coloring the last panel with Birkin here. Okay, we got a bit of the yellow. Where is it here? Okay. We can use a darker shade of this green to color in the dents on the armor, like this. Does that work? Let me see. Yeah, it works. Just want to do it here too. Smaller brush. Okay. And we got the color of the chain here. Okay. The Dirty God. Oh wow, that would be actually really cool. Well, that's a good shout. Yeah, we'll see what the next idea is, but yeah, an actual kind of statue of the Dirty God would be really cool. It's definitely a character that I created with a lot of influences from Bloodborne and Dark Souls for sure. Okay, chain is there. Let's finish the rest of the sword right there. Got the handle there. Have we got the handle somewhere? No, we don't. Well, that is too bad. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's do the bandages here. We got. Ooh, let me fix this. Okay. Finish this by hand. Right there. Okay. The color of the gloves somewhere here. Since the live stream today is through a screen, I won't be able to show you any books today. So we'll have to skip that part of the live stream today. But next time that we do an actual inking live stream, then I'll show you a new book that you can look. And yeah, we'll do the usual stuff. But today will have to be just wherever I can show you on my iPad. Okay, I need a reference color for this ring on the sword and the handle, and I don't have it here. So let me look for that. Also, I believe I saw the. Ooh, I think I saw my pencil, my Apple pencil, running out of battery. Let me see. I could be mistaken, but I think I saw that. Yeah. Okay, Nick. I've seen some artists say they prefer the work in ink and think color hurts their work. Do you prefer your stuff in ink, or do you just think color enhances it? That is a really good comment. I'll tell you what, I definitely felt that way for a long time about my work before I started doing comics like Raiders and Birdking. But seeing my work on paper printed with the colors I selected myself has changed my mind about it. And what I think my work could be very standalone in black and white, and it kind of hits differently. I think the colors bring something that I wouldn't be able to get just black and white. So I love both. I don't think one kind of enhances or kind of takes away from the other. Um for example, if I had a choice, I would love to also have a black and white version of Birkin out there, maybe in a kind of manga format with just kind of black and white pages. I don't think any of my editors will go for that, but I would love to have that option. All right, let me see what's happening with the Apple Pencil here. Oh yeah, we need to find a file for the reference of that. So let me get rid of. I don't think we need this page anymore. So we need pages from volume 4. So we'll bring this guy back again. I think the page is loading up, so don't panic. It takes a while. Remember, I'm working on pages that are 600 dpi, which is massive. Usually for print, you need 300 dpi, so this is double. Okay, so we got the handle and we got the handle and the ring here. Okay, and we can add a darker shade inside. There you go, that works. And got this kind of highlights here that we can add to our texture. Okay, I need to pick a color for the background here. Let's see. Nah. Let's see. Mm-mm. Same there. No. Oh, okay, we can flip them. Okay, so we'll do yellow again here, a little washed out. Yep, that works. There you go. Okay, I'm happy about that actually. Yeah, manga Birkin will be definitely sweet. Imagine that kind of paper with just black and white, maybe adding some screen tones for texture. That'd be really cool. But alas, that won't happen for a while if it ever happens. Okay, so I need to add texture to the chain. So I've got some colors here to do that. Little shiny bits here, just texture all over. Okay, same here. Oh, I'm gonna fix that. Wait a minute. There you go. Okay, back to the texture here. Okay, ooh, what is happening here? Let's change the shade here a little bit so we can see the difference. Okay. Nice. Ooh. Okay, we're getting there. Ooh, good stuff happening here. Okay, look at that page. Now it's taking shape. It's looking very Birdking now. You can see how my colors are kind of coming through now. I need to add some white here. I don't like those gaps with pink or whatever that color is. Just gonna kind of white out these bits here. Okay, same goes here. There we go. Oh, and a bit here. Okay, so we got good news, George here. Okay, thank you. Oh, you're just here to say hi. All right, hi. Should color process is going off the streams. 2 a.m. here. 2 a.m. Oh my God. They are here from. Okay, I don't really know where you are, but 2 a.m. So it must be quite far away from the UK. I appreciate you being here, and you should get some sleep. Okay, so white bits here. All right, I want to add a little bit of a different shade for the sword here, just to kind of add some drama here. You draw it there, maybe a bit lighter. And then we just fill it in. See how that looks. It might not look okay, but you won't know until you try it, right? Yeah, it looks okay. Let's do some highlights here so it adds texture to the sword. Yeah, okay. Getting there. Okay, so that's kind of the main bit. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. We still haven't done the hammer there, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. Develop this here. It was so tiny, I almost missed it. Okay. Fix bits here while I see them. Ooh. Okay. Smaller brush. Okay. Now we can add highlights. Ah, look at that. I need to fix that. Okay. There you go. Okay. Back to the hammer. Brighter highlights here. Okay. Golden. Oh, Nick, you're onto it. Yes. So I'll show you what I do right after we finish this hammer. I'll show you how I do the screen tones, and I'll show you how I add kind of extra bits of shadow to the panels. Um, it's a process that I've been doing for so long now that it doesn't take as long as it used to. I have a folder with stuff that I've placed in the pages before, so I just bring that folder in and I just kind of rework it. Okay. Okay. It's looking okay. That is looking okay, I think. We'll do a little bit of a highlight here, almost white. Page is getting there. So I think as far as colors go, I think we got it down now. So screen tones and shadows. This is the moment Nick has been waiting for. So let's have a go and do it now. I go into any of my old pages, but let's use page from volume 4 because I may have changed the shades and the stuff that I use. So if you look at the left side of the panels, like bottom left, I have a folder here that says effects. If I kind of get closer and I unblind the layer, you can see all the screen tones showing up, and you can see there is a kind of layer that blends in all the colors. If you have done my online course on Procreate, you are familiar with blending colors with another color. If not, basically what it is I bring in a layer that kind of joins all the colors together into the same kind of tone. Okay, so enough explaining. I can show you just how I do it. So I'm going to take this folder that I have here, effects, and I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to bring it into the page we just finished here. Okay, so I'm going to bring it above the color folder, edit, paste. Okay, so don't worry about it. It's a lot of random kind of layers here, and I don't really organize them properly since I'm the only person who actually has access to these files when it comes to colors. So don't worry about it too much. I'll show you one by one. Okay. Let's see. Coulton's chart letter max was too small to talk about the comic. Yes, it was. All right, let's see. My one brain cell on that color or black and white topic. Only 2 books have made me tear up, and it was Berserk and Something is Killing the Children. Berserk and yeah, well, Berserk just kind of gets you going in all kinds of ways. So yeah, that's not surprising at all. Between how you decide when you have more complex backgrounds and when to have a plain color one. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how I make a call on that. I just kind of go by pure gut feeling. So there is really no kind of methodology behind it. It's just pure gut feeling. If it looks good, it looks good. And I'm guessing you're referring to the actual drawings behind it, if I put a background or if I don't. And a lot of it just depends on the scene. Like, I don't want the background to take away from the characters, and I think from a comic kind of language, once you know where the characters are placed, once you know where they are in that scene, it's okay to lose the background. At least for me, it is, because I think people know where they are, and it doesn't matter. You don't need to be showing the same mountains and castles in every panel if you already know where they are. Anyway, back to the effects. So I have a folder that has a mask that I use. Obviously, this gets quite technical if you're not familiar with Photoshop or Procreate or Clip Studio. But basically, what I have here is, okay, let me bring this up a little bit. What I have here is a folder where I've created these screen tones. And by the way, these screen tones here, you can see this layer here, has been created digitally by some kind of well, not an algorithm, but basically there you can adjust the amount of screen tone, the frequency, the size of the dots, and everything, and it's all here. And all I've done is I put a color. Okay, so first of all, let me kind of put it on the screen so you know what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about it but you can't see it. So let's do it here, for example. Okay, let me get a bigger brush. 30. And what I'm doing is I'm using the mask to reveal to kind of reveal the screen tone behind it, so you can see it here. There you go. So you can see it there. So I've got this layer that makes it kind of purpley, but if I blind that layer, it goes black, it goes really dark. So I just do that so it's not as prominent, so you can't see it as much. And same goes with this kind of artificially made screen tone. You can still adjust it while it's on. So let's say I could change the angle of the or the density of the dots. So I've got this angle of 233 here, but I could move it, and you can see the dots moving as I do it. Obviously, I've gone through a process of kind of setting this up in a way that I like it. 233. Because I'm trying to imitate real screen tones. But now you can see how I do it, and all I do now is I just leave it there for the whole screen, and I use this mask to reveal the bits that I want in and the bits that I don't want in. So I try to not put too much of it. Just use it for certain kind of areas where I want to bring a bit of kind of a shadow and add a bit of texture, but I don't go overboard with it. So you can see how I'm adding it here. Again, there is no methodology to it. There's just a kind of a sense of when I should do it and when I not. You can see it a lot more on darker colors because I've got that layer on kind of multiply as far as I remember. Overlay, yeah. So when it touches darker colors, you can see a lot more. There you go. So you see I've got this random one here, and I gotta get rid of that one here. Okay. So we got screen tones on this panel here. We can add some there. Screen tones here. Screen tones here. Screen tone here. And we haven't got match here. I'm gonna. No, I don't like that. Let's see. It's okay. Maybe cape a little bit. All right, I think that's enough. And on top of that, I've got this purple color that it has an opacity of 50%. So basically, it kind of you can see through a little bit through it. And I use that to add shadow. So same, I'm using a mask for it. Again, if you're not familiar with the kind of technicalities of it through Photoshop or Procreate, it might get a bit confusing, but it's not that complicated. But basically, you can see how I can use that as a way of adding some shadow. It's a purpley kind of color that kind of blends in with the color behind it. Right there. Okay. Whoa. Okay. We're gonna do the same here. Kind of try and do the shape of the hood with the shadow color that I've got. Kind of makes it a bit more dramatic, and it doesn't make it like fully dark. There you go. Let's do it here. Now that. Okay, and that's about it really. And now the blending color. So you can see here, this is a whole layer of a purple color that covers the whole page. And I have an overlay, and as soon as I turn it on, it's gonna blend in the colors a little bit. It's very subtle, but it makes a big difference. There you go. Not sure if you saw that, and I'm gonna try and get closer and blind it and unblind the layer so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see that it's very subtle, but I feel like it really brings the colors together. And when I have a scene that is like, let's say, nighttime, I use this blue, and you can see how that makes a difference. So that I will use that for like a night scene. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm using this purple. It kind of serves the purpose for the scene right now. And that's a whole page of Birdking Volume 4. And that will be the end of the page. So I'm going to save that, make sure that I don't lose any of this. Save as, and I'm going to save it as a Clip Studio page. Okay. And save it on the Birdking Volume 4 folder. Done. All done. That's whole page done. So a lot of the stuff I've mentioned here with like layers and kind of blending options, if you feel like this is something that you want to learn and you don't know it already, you can learn it all through my online course. I have an online course about Procreate on my website, and I go through every single bit of that. I go through masks, I go through layer blending stuff, I go through all the options. And that's the stuff that you can apply on Photoshop and Clip Studio. And a lot of these softwares that kind of use the same concept. So it's kind of useful information if you're planning to color stuff digitally, I think. So have a look if that's something that you really want to get into. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. It feels weird kind of live streaming just a screen, but I hope this was kind of entertaining and interesting to you. If you really liked it, leave some comments here below, so I know that you guys want to have another color one. I'm thinking the next live stream will be inking, but if you want to have another color page, let me know, and then I'll arrange another one for you guys. Thank you so much for taking part, for taking the time to kind of participate in the chat. Again, being a comic artist is a very lonely profession. It can be. So having you guys here, it kind of helps me focus, but also it kind of helps me feel like I'm not just in the void, coloring pages until they get finally printed and people get to see them. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you for the next one. I'm also working on the next MTG card for patrons, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you all. Thank you. Bye.